how to guide students to develop theoretical and conceptual framework. So as I go along, there will be, I shall touch on different explanations about what a theoretical framework is, what conceptual framework is, so that, I think in this way, we can guide our students better. So I think the starting point for all of this, when we talk about the theoretical framework, I think the starting point should be, is that we should talk about the four branches of philosophy. Right? We should talk about the four branches of philosophy, and we have to talk about research paradigms. So when we talk about philosophy and the branches of philosophy, different authors have different classifications. They touch on different things, but basically there are four things or five things that will always come up. All right. Number one is what we call metaphysics. When we talk about metaphysics, meta comes from the word beyond. It's a Greek word that means beyond, and physics has to do with nature. So anything that is beyond something which is an observable nature, something that deals with ghaib, things that you don't see. All right, so that's metaphysics. Um, so the philosophical question would be, what is the ultimate nature of reality, and what is real, what exists, and what actually does not exist? Sometimes when you watch, when we watch the movie Matrix, then you start to wonder whether your life is real or not, or whether you're in some, some sort of some world that has been construed. All right. So along with metaphysics come the idea of ontology. So ontology is about reality. What does it mean? How do we define reality? So how do we define existence? What counts as existence, reality, being and becoming, and so on? So So this is a very important issue when we are talking about, say, for example, like our existence, the existence of the human being. Now, how did we exist? So that is an important question. Did we evolve? Like the theory of evolution, did we evolve? Or did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created us and placed us on this earth? So the branch of philosophy that deals with this kind of questions is what we call ontology. Okay. Now, the next one is epistemology. Now, epistemology is a study of knowledge. So it talks about what kind of knowledge, how do we come to know about knowledge, how do we know what we know, all right? What counts as knowledge, so these are things that we talk about when we talk about epistemology. My background is not in philosophy, so I'm not going to go very in depth into all these things. It's just that I want to show you how it actually relates to the kind of research paradigm that we are using. And this is something that I think students actually really struggle with. They struggle with the research paradigm, and they even struggle even more with these branches of philosophy. Then we talk about axiology. Axiology is about value, all right? What would be considered right or wrong, what would be considered as good or bad, what is acceptable, what is not acceptable. It talks about values. And then we have logic. Logic is reasoning. What can be counted as logical, right? So if you make a claim and you support your claim, so therefore, that is logic in itself. All right. So you can argue your position by giving some explanation that would support your position. So this axiology, I forgot to mention that axiology also talk about ethics and about issues of right and wrong, responsibility, standards of conduct. and also about aesthetics. Okay, so these are the 4 branches of philosophy. Because all these things, how you view existence, how you view nature, how you think that you get to know about knowledge, will be very different for different people who adopt a different understanding of it. You know, it's like the 6 blind men of Hindustan that, you know, when they think that the elephant is like a wall or the elephant is like a spear, and then so on and so forth. So this is the very basis of our research paradigm. All right. So this is the first thing. So I think when we teach our students about theoretical framework, about our conceptual framework, I think this is where we have to begin.